Hey, hi yo. Starting early. Oh, I'm a whole minute early. Hey, Bassabate, hi. 1 sweet minute. Yeah, it's been an okay week. We had good weather, though it was rainy a lot, but it wasn't too hot. Like, really warm and rainy is is the worst. It was 17 in pouring rain, so could have been any season. I mean, I don't think 17 would fit for winter, right? It gets a bit colder than that in the UK in the winter. We were cleaning out the filter in the pond and there were 2 new teeny tiny fries. What are fries? Kind of fish? It's decent enough that I can have a warm beverage. So I think this one is still a bit too hot. Oh, fries are baby fishes. Oh. Stretching. So I think what I'm going to try to do today is to sketch ideas for drawings. I need five sketch ideas because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages that I need to sketch something in. There's gonna be too many if we aren't careful, but it's nice to see they are happily doing fish things. What do you do with the extra? Can you like give them to someone or release them in the wild? I don't know. Hey Lena, hi. I don't know which pencil to start with. This one is like just a really thick just stick of graphite. This one is a large lead holder. That's got to be like I don't remember what size these are, but it's not the biggest one. Yeah, that's got to be like 3 point something. Then I also have I think this is an 8B in here. It's the the smallest bit of pencil, but I refuse to just get rid of it. Gotta use the whole thing. And I wonder if this thing here, oh, 2H, wow. I wonder if it goes all the way to thick. HB, B, 2B, 3B, maybe. This is so hard on my nails. Who's gonna win first? Oh, it stops at 4B. What? That's lame. As if 4B is juicy enough. Yeah, the small Caveco clutch. I really like the color. I need to find I don't think I have one. I need oh, perhaps I have one. Hold on, let me check. I might have the really thick clutch. what do I have here? I have a bunch of things, and I have this one here. That's the thick. That's so nice. I don't think I did this glue. This one is so nice and soft. I love it so much. What do I have here? What's this? Oh, white LEDs that I got on sale a bajillion years ago. And then Kaweco refills. What size are these? 3.2 5B. And this has got to be like the possibly, oh wait, it doesn't look like it's big enough. But yeah, so perhaps Lena, and I know Yo will know, but I was watching the illustrator for Fargal draw, and he had so many really fun supplies that kind of inspired me to get the stuff I don't use often out. I think these are thick. Cretacolor. What are these? This one is 2B, and this one it says just 1. So I have no idea what this is. Shove everything over there. I think I'm gonna start with this one because honestly the most satisfying, though it's it's almost finished. I think I have other pencils this messy, and this is gonna be really fun in a sketchbook because the moment I'm gonna close it, like move on, and it's gonna transfer like crazy and smudge and all kinds of fun stuff like that. Thinking. Sometimes what helps is to look at the colors that I'm trying to sketch something for. I was working on a piece and used my new mechanical pencil and don't know what the lead is, but my hand and arm were slightly coated. Oh no! Do you think it could be some like softer lead? Or it's just regular HB, but sometimes it's not as much the lead as the paper you draw on. Like if it's a paper with tooth, it's gonna make a whole lot more pencil dust. I used a disposable glove to ink it, and the glove sort of erased as I went along. Ooh. Wait, did it really erase? Because sometimes it looks erased, but then you take an actual eraser and you just erase and there's a difference. So everything is just light gray actually. And if you erase, it picked up so much graphite. Oh no. So the erasing at the end was quick and mostly easy. That's good. That's what you want, right? Oh, you guys probably hear the whiny dog. If you hear any kind of high-pitched, weird whining, It's someone's dog, we assume, that is stuck inside and is very unhappy about it. And I'm not mad at the dog, I'm mad at the humans. Because it's like, what are you doing? It seemed to stain a little bit, but at least the receiver will know that it was a drop. Yep. Oh, that reminds me of a pet peeve when I was younger. And like you would draw something, and sometimes people, like in high school, let's say you're sketching during class, because that's what you do during class if you try to focus on the class. And someone is like, oh, I saw you were drawing, can I see what you're drawing? And it's a fellow classmate, and you're like, yeah, sure, here. And they take the drawing, say this is the drawing, like you scribble on the page, and they go, oh, cool. And they look on the back. It's always kind of weird, because it's like, okay, why? There's nothing on the back. I do meetings and it can be off-putting to some. Yeah, same in class. Like, I think it can look off-putting, but what those people usually don't get. Yeah, exactly. But if I stop, I will no longer be paying attention to you at all. Exactly. That was the case in school too. Like, it was much easier to focus on what a teacher was saying if I could scribble. Not take notes, not write stuff, just scribble. It's like it takes away all the other distractions that would make me stop listening to the teacher. Like, oh, if I notice that someone is reading a book, or if I notice anything going on else, I'm gonna stop paying attention to what is being said. Well, if I mindlessly scribble, chances are that I'm gonna be paying a whole lot more attention. And also, it was easier to just scribble, then take notes, scribble, take notes. Not making masterpieces, just moving pencil around enough to let my body be distracted. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Yeah, that some teachers would not get it, and they'd be like, what are you doing? Please don't draw in class. And you try to explain to them that, like, yeah, but it's easier to listen to what you're saying if I can do some stupid cartoons in my notebook, in my sketchbook. I'm not talking about like getting all the markers out and all the, art gear out. Just having my sketchbook, my notebook, and being able to do my thing, If I don't have anything to do with my hands, I will 100% phase out of existence. Yep, completely like somewhere else in your head entirely. One of my fav ADHD content creators, you can have my unbroken eye contact or my undivided attention, but not both. Dude. And also, hi Ellen. Yon. Hold on. Yon. Ça dit, tu me suggères? I had a mild Karen moment this week. Hubby was helping me solve a formula problem in Excel, and dude kept touching my Oh no. Isn't eye contact so distracting? I really struggle. Oftentimes I will look like to the side of someone's head. If I'm trying to like piece together what I want to say, to be clear and precise and really thinking about what I'm saying, I can't look at someone in the eyes. That's just gonna be just so weird. I don't really think I have like a ADHD per se. I don't have a diagnosis anyway, but I've never been able to really look someone in the eye, or to not scribble when I'm trying to pay attention to something. Like even movies, when we sit down to watch movies, we oftentimes watch them in two parts, because I struggle to just sit down and watch the movie. Usually we eat, and then when we're done eating, we watch a bit more of the movie, but we gotta stop at the like 1 hour mark so that I can like get up and do shit. Left eye, right eye, nose, repeat if I'm in a situation where it's expected, otherwise I watch people's mouth. But that's distracting too. It's like you start noticing every little detail. Like, oh, that person has really long lashes and they're that color and their eye is that color, but the middle is a different color, and it's really, really dilated. Like it just, and then there's like, so what do you think? And you're like, oh, I didn't register anything you've just said. Movies, absolutely, especially now. Like movies are like 3 hours long. It's like no. First of all, if I sit down in the movie theater for 3 hours, I'm gonna be so just a bundle of pain when I get up. You know, everything is gonna be painful. Knees, legs, back, head, like headache, neck. Everything is gonna suck. And then I probably have to pee too. I don't think we've been to the theaters since COVID, since 2020 at least. I don't miss it. I like watching movies at home, even if we have a small TV and a very like, we have a good sound bar, but that's all we have. We don't have any kind of special sound system. But I can have the subtitles on, I can take a break to pee, we can pause in the middle. It's so much more enjoyable. So distracting. I have to literally shut my eyes sometimes to clear the way from my thoughts. But I also attribute my lack of eye contact to being legally blind as a kid. Oh yeah, that's gotta be... What kind of eyesight issue? Like, was it like extreme myopia? Because if you are, I don't know which one it is, I think it's farsighted. If you don't see anything that goes further away from you, it's really hard to focus on the eyes because you don't know where they are. You can have a ballpark, like probably in the middle of the blurry beige patch or blurry whatever skin tone patch, but impossible to read expressions or anything. I just never had the experience of it as a small child, so it's not natural for me. Yeah. I left my friends and hubby in the James Bond movies that just wouldn't. That's why I love to knit while watching. Yeah. Yeah, if you can knit without looking, which is not something I can do, but totally enjoyable. Like, I think just having a fidget toy sometimes would help, because otherwise I like shift, fidget, like something has to happen. I was much happier people watching. I was like, yeah, and you can walk and you can move and my grandmother, only the rest, was intent on having full eye contact when she spoke to you. Sit up straight, enunciate, fill names out of Otto! Hey! Just in time, we're talking about how hard it is to make eye contact with someone while talking, or listening in class without scribbling, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Extreme nearsightedness. Anything further than a meter or so is fuzzy. My joke is, my world is a monet. Turns out that I read somewhere that Monet was also nearsighted and took off his specs to paint. Yeah, I can see, like, a meter is really generous. Like, it starts being blurry at about like 20 centimeters of my face. It starts being blurry. I can still see somewhat, but the further, like, without glasses, the further you have it, I don't understand why at a certain point glasses are not considered a necessary health thing or an handicap, and still are that pricey. Actually, a meter is generous, not a distance. I know, right? A meter is a good distance. Like, if I'm standing up, my feet are blurry. Oh gosh, yeah, the best thing my therapist gave me the go-ahead to do was not mask anymore and just break eye contact with her. Oh, yeah. You like Ellen was saying earlier, you can't have it both ways. You cannot have my attention and eye contact. It's one or the other. Because, woo! I'm enjoying one of my last delicious rooibos chai teas, courtesy of Otto, that are so good. Even if it's making me a bit hot, I miss my hot drinks. I'm a hot drink person. So my mom couldn't see well things that were close to her. My dad couldn't see things that are like further away, the blurrier they get. Then my dad got the surgery, but then he got old and started having a different kind of sight issue. So he needs reading glasses now, but I'm too chicken to get the LASIK done. Way too chicken. Thankfully, I'm rarely compelled to make eye contact, but I have schooled my tone of voice and question to reflect that I am engaged with the person. Yeah, yep, I can see that. That makes sense. Like, you can be engaged with a person without making eye contact. Like, you listen to what they're saying, you ask questions, like, what you say is in relation to what they just said instead of being something really random out of the blue. You know, that kind of stuff. Hey, Salome, hi! I saw a reel that said that a sign that an ADHD person is actually listening to you is if they don't look at you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If they look at you, they will look like glassy-eyed. Oh, I drank too much tea. Sorry. Oh, shit. Hi, Gwen. Be right back. Stuff. Brutally pregnant. Thank you for reminding me. I got the Funky Deluxe box. And I think I'm like, oh, pumpkin spice chai latte? That sounds amazing. Sorry. Oh, exciting stuff. I needed a few supplies, like sticker sheets for Patreon, a cable, that's exciting. All right. Sorry about that. Always everything all at the same time. I just bought apple cinnamon tea. What? Dude, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We're all so ready for fall. Every single one of us is like, give me the spicy thing. I'm excited for this. Is it from the really cute tea place? Oh, what's it called? Ellen, where is your tea from? I can't open this. Sorry about that. It's a really annoying sound. I apologize. We're almost good here. Hubby's super excited because we agreed to go dancing tomorrow night. Ooh! And I tried to talk to someone in front of a window. I'm staring out that window. Damn it. No. Sunglasses are a good thing. Yep. Alright, alright, alright. Not distinctly tea, no. This is just a... Oh, Tim Hortons! I didn't know they sold, like, fancy teas. But it's tasty and I can leave it at work and won't worry if someone naps somehow. I love when I'm driving somewhere with someone, I can really talk to someone without having to worry. Yeah. Yeah, and if they're like, why aren't you looking at me while driving? You're like, because I'm driving. So this is supposed to be really cool. Haha. How to... Oh, it goes... Oh, this is clever. How awesome is that? It's a filet nib. And it's a dip filet nib, which I am really excited to try for all my waterproof inks. And then you can store it away in the thingy, so this is very travel friendly. How awesome. And it won't roll. Oh my god. Mind blown. The cable. Sorry. Hopefully it works. The normal nibs for those holds. Really? You've tried them? Yeah, I saw the feed, but these are really hard to find here. Like, I think they're gonna become more and more available as time progresses, but it was very difficult to get the to find it like on its own at a fair price. And then the feed, I saw the feed. The feed itself is not very expensive, but to get it like here, it's not very. So I'm holding on to the it's a pin in my head. I'm gonna get it at some point if I like this thing, but I thought it would be so good because I have filet nibs with sailor pens like this, and I have another one, but these are cartridge. This one is a converter, but otherwise it's cartridge, and it's handy, but at the same time it's not. Like, if you have an ink in it, well, you're stuck with that ink for kind of a long time. So if you need to ink something in a different color, you're effed. Can you put different nibs in it? You can buy different nibs and switch them out. The only thing I don't like about that pen is that you can't start a nib and yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult to have a nib on the other side, I guess. But yeah, you have they have a really broad nib, like a italic nib, and they have a fine nib, and I think there's like 4 kind of nibs, but I really wanted the Fude one. Much excited. So yeah, I have 2 Sailor Fude. Where's my one? There it is. And this one for now has cartridge ink from Sailor in it, but it's not waterproof. It's very water mess. But I haven't finished it, and I don't want to just like bin the cartridge and then have to clean up the whole pen just to get something else in there. So that's this one for now, but the line quality you get with it is amazing. Like I was scribbling, this is with the like the flatter one, and they're scribbles, they're not really that great, but I did some more scribbles. I think it's a lot of fun. And these were done with the other one. Like it's super expressive and really fun to do studies. But yeah, also the I got these. These are cartridges for this, but it's their Kiwaguro ink, which is supposed to be waterproof and black. So I feel like having one with like always black ink in there, waterproof black ink, is good, and then have this for other waterproof inks, and possibly the other Fude pen with the converter, because Fude nibs are just way too much fun. I think I have fine and medium. How's your experience with them? They're more round tips, and so far been nice on watercolor paper. Oh, you know, I can tell that in a medium to somewhat distant future, I'm probably gonna get all of these. If I like this one, this is such a good idea. It's like the best of all the worlds of dip pens, in my opinion. You can carry it around, it's nice to hold, it's well made, and you can dip it, and then you can also use like ink samples with it that are often in small sample vials that would work with this. Like, it's awesome. It's not gonna rust. It's easy to clean, and also it's super well made in the sense that, from what I've seen, that is not all available to me right now, but you can buy just like the handle. They have different colors of handle. I think I saw a clear one and a like clear gray one. You can buy just nibs if you want to have a bunch of nibs to replace it. You have the feed that you can buy also to complete this, and everything is available like single piecemeal. Like, you can really customize your kit however you want. I love my wooden handled ones, but they get rusty fast. Yeah, you can't leave them in the handle. You really have to, once you're done inking with them, you have to clean the whole thing up and really dry it well. How do we know that? We've all left the nib in a nib holder for too long and rust got in there so quickly. It's really annoying. I don't like that. And they can be really scratchy too. They can really snag on the paper. I have another thingamajig that I can... We all have the one that permanently fuels. Oh yeah, we do. So this is a 3D printed thing that I got a while ago, but I really like it. And it's a it's Wonder Pens in Ontario that has or had these, and it's made to fit with their sample vials. If I can get it out, can you come out? There you go. So on this side you have space to carry them, and on the other side you have space to prop them up. So this can be like a little travel kit for your ink samples. which I think is really cool. Yeah, they look like blood tests because I think it's medical samples vials, but that's how they usually market ink samples. Like you get a few mLs for a fraction of the price, so you can try an ink before committing to a full bottle. Joining AB Plus today. Oh my gosh. And the elastic band, and like that's really cool. Kind of looks like the holder they had in the packages of COVID tests. The holder in my packages of COVID tests was just a hole in the box. It was like punched out, like you poked the hole and put your sample vial in there. The ones we had came with a plastic vial holder, which would hold up to 10. Whoa. But the box only came with 5 sets. So basically, like this, right? Maybe that was the inspiration for this thing. Huh. Yeah, ours was just like you took the plastic box and you just poke your vial in it. Like I'm really grateful that usually the tests were free. You could get to the drugstore and ask for them and they would give you a box of 5 tests. But they would only last for a month, so I really don't want to think about the amount of waste that came from these tests. Oh, by the way, box of paint, you should get your envelope, Patreon envelope in the mail quite soon, hopefully. I was finally able to put everything together and ship it. Yay, starting new sketchbooks and they're looking awfully naked without stick. Good timing. Timing is good then. Pencil sound is so nice. I'm surprised that picks up, but I'm glad it's nice. This pencil is fun, which is why I'm like really extending its life. You know, exactly, you know, it was a good pencil if there is only 1.5 centimeter left of it. And I'm probably gonna try to like push it as much as I can in terms of like use it to the very last bit. It's a good balance. Like I have other HB pencils, but this one is the good mix of like soft enough and dark enough, and it doesn't feel weird, like it glides well on the paper. This is also a really nice pencil extender if you're looking to get like one pencil extender that is meant to be like a your main pencil extender. Not something to use. I don't think colored pencils, they tend to be a bit thicker. I don't think they would fit in here. But for wooden pencils. Jill! Hey! So I can tell you as well. I mailed out Patreon paintings and stickers. So hopefully it will get to you soon. Hey, Dominic! I swear I'm seeing so many people mention tiny pencils lately. It's too uncanny. In what other context have you seen people mention tiny pencils? I need to check my mail. Yeah, in the coming week probably. I don't think it got there yet, but it should be there soon, hopefully. A chart popped up with a woman getting supplies for a kid's class, and her son mentions tiny pencils are in. She decides to make some tiny pencils for the teacher. It was a jar of tiny pretzel. Oh. It has this vibe of you know, buying jeans that are pre-shredded. Like buying pencils to make them into tiny pencils, or I mean pretzels. I guess it's just fun. It's just a treat. It's a bit like pokey sticks. Tiny pencils like golf pencils, but these are not fun to hold. They're too short, and they get shorter, and then you're like, this is awkward. I need a new one. Hold on, I'll be right back. Qu'est-ce qui bip? C'est quoi qui bip? C'est la laveuse ou le sèche?
Laveuse, je vais m'occuper, c'est bon.
Pas de péco, on pourrait tout virer sur le lit, mais...
Hein?
Si c'était pas de péco, on pourrait tout virer sur le lit, mais...
Oui, mais j'ai plié les serviettes déjà.
Ouais, j'ai vu. Cool. I need my inspiration to show up. Show up. One of the science channel did a thing about how much of your pencil do you actually use when sharpening. And it was like 1%. Wait, what? So you kind of lose all of it through sharpening? How do these people use pencils? Like, I don't sharpen it until it's so blunt. One of my art teacher called it a knee. He would keep saying like, don't wait until your pencils are like knees. Sharpen them. So you end up using like 1% of the lead. What? Because you lose so much of it with the whooshy, which I prefer to. I mean, I have a sharpener handy, but I also like to use a blade for sharpening. I think you lose a bit less of the lead when you do that. Otto, can you hear the whiny dog? I haven't mastered the blade sharpening method yet. It's terrifying and I'm always worried I'm going to slip and hurt myself. I haven't yet, thankfully. Well, you can do it quite safely. No, that's not the police car siren, that's the dog. So I either use an X-Acto blade or I have... Yeah, that's a dog. And these are fun because they're made for that purpose. They're made for sharpening, so you get this notch here and then you get a blade. And they're quite like comfy to hold. I also have this one that I use a bit more for opening packages because it's technically a left-handed one and I'm right-handed. But I mean, how cool is it? it's pretty badass. But yeah, the thing is you always do it like away from you, like this. So that way it's very unlikely that you will hurt yourself. Your hand is further away, never gets close, and you direct the blade with your thumb pressing on it. So I feel like that's a kind of a safe way to do it. Does that make sense? Am I in frame enough? Like this. And you take your time. Oh, what kind of knife is it? Why aren't they branded? I'll try to find the info and I will let you know. They're a Japanese brand, but I don't remember the name of it. And yeah, I've also sharpened pencil with like a Swiss knife, like this one. And this one you have to be careful because if you push too hard, the blade, it might like get back. But that way, with this one, what I would do is I would try to push on the knife itself. like not the blade, the Swiss knife. So you kind of always like carefully push it like that. Sandpaper blocks are a good alternative to sharp. Yep. If you want to get a really fine point, I think a sandpaper block does a better job. But if you just want to, I like really blunt lead because I use the edges for a finer line, but I can use like the bulk of it, like the big blunt edge to make bolder strokes. If anyone wonders if what you watch affects those close to your result in their feeds, Hubby has just been given an ad to get some new Windsor and you didn't want to comment. The algorithm is working for you. It's gift suggestion time. I got pocket money for blade sharpening my parents' pencil and colored pencil when I was like 6. What were they doing letting me around the blade at 6? I mean, they probably trusted you to not hurt yourself? Also, a good old crank sharpener. Oh, those were great. We didn't know what we had, right? Now it's impossible to... hold on. Is that... oops. Is that somewhat visible? There's a bit of a delay, so I'm trying to adjust with the... what I can see of the of the video, but I'm on a delay, so okay, I think I got it. Rune blade. Magic sharpening blade. I miss those crank sharpeners. Pendant. Hold on. Dang it. It's Yoshiharu rubber grip sharpener knives. This is a Canadian site, so perhaps not the most helpful. Oh my god, the dog. You can make it a game. Trade phones and look up random junk you like, then trade back and wait to see what you both get for Christmas. A surprise, for sure. Brand called Okutada. It's supposed to be Yoshiharu. Let me check what it says on there. Yoshiharu, left-handed, right-handed. Boss Stitch makes a decent crank sharpener still, and Derwent even has a freestanding one that doesn't need to be fastened to a surface. Well, I don't know if you remember the old crank ones. You had two modes of using them. You either had to screw them onto a surface, or you had the weird like pressure thing. Like the base had kind of a rubber plate, and you would kind of create a vacuum with the handle thingy, and it would kind of suction the sharpener in place. But these you can still find in some yard sales or whatnot, I think, I hope. Otherwise we're all gonna end up blade sharpening our pencils. The Amazon Japan links, they always link so weird. Like it cuts off at the first kanji. And it's like, why? Yeah, that's it. Well, that looks a lot like this one, right? It has the blade is pretty much the same. It has the notch. Hey, Paulo! Poor sad dog. Poor neighbors. Especially the dog, but yeah, it's... I was trying to edit and the dog kept whining. And I don't know why my chat just exploded. Hold on. Hubby is super chilled out 90% of the time, but want to see him suddenly feel like I do most of the time. Give him an Android phone. Oh no. Kitasho, apparently. Oh, interesting. Like a horse, Android phones smell fear. Hey, Paulo. Hello. I bet iPhones smell my fear. I remember how I hated using a spreadsheet on Apple computers in college. It's nice to see my surname stay the same. Sale. I'm everywhere. My uni had the most amazing Mac lab. It was the only AC. Oh. Well, I mean, if figuring out was taking a lot more time, that means you would get to enjoy the AC more. Although that Amazon link says Kitamasa. Who knows how to read it? No one, apparently. I found the brand's website and it's Kitasho. Kitasho. The website is dead though. But I mean, these are fun, but you can do it with any kind of blade. It's not necessarily like, this is good if you sharpen a lot of pencils with a blade, but if you do it occasionally, you don't really need a special blade for that. Yes, okay, stuff with 1 piece of Zoro blade. Oh, cool. Excellente taloche. 10 sur 10 taloche. I tried to have a contraption called Slice, and they wanted all sorts of forms filled in to send it. It's a safety blade. You can't cut yourself on it unless you are really keen, and even then it would be super difficult. Yeah, but Blade, they super don't like sending blades between countries. That's so weird. If you see one, there is no way for it. I think you might have more of a chance to hurt yourself with one of those kids' scissors. Might need to come up with a new little adventure cat for another series of illustration. So I did the original adventure cat had like a tunic, sometimes gloves, belt, a collar with the pendant. Hooded tunic and a backpack. So that was number 1. If I can use it safely for years, there is no danger level. What if you label it something like a letter opener? Would they still consider it a blade? Then I had the cat knight who underwent a costume change, but has a sword, shield. I have one of those. It's like a ceramic blade. Its story is rather interesting. How so? The blade is so small you can open an actual letter by cutting the envelope, and the letter itself is funny. This cat had pants and boots. I bought one for myself as a joke, and it's one of our most used gadgets. I'll have to look it up. I'm really curious to see what it looks like. What do you use it for, box of paint? I'm gonna find a shade protector. Not gonna lie, the fact that it had an orange cap was a factor in buying it. Opening boxes and envelope. I love the sliced blades. They've been great so far about not getting gooey. Oh, yeah. That's true. Like blade scissors and all of that, they get really sticky and quickly. Orange jelly. Orange jello. You know what is funny? I get the comment regularly that people want to see more of process videos when I do reviews and all that. Like they want to see me use and paint the thingies, but most of the time when I draw and paint, my hand is hiding everything. So yeah, I either have to figure out a different angle for filming, or it's just not gonna be very interesting. Could have a little cat pirate. When hubby was ordering filament, I was like, all the oranges, but there was only one. Oh no! You can get so many beautiful hues of orange. What a loss. Such a bummer. I've said before, if you want to break Timu, limit thing to orange options. I feel like everyone has a 3D printer nowadays. Well, not that many. Anyway, I don't know many people with one. I know Box of Paint. There's like 2 or 3 people on the server that have one, as far as I know. I have a confession to make. I don't hate orange anymore. In fact, I quite like orange now. That's a good. That's not a bad thing. Has a different color moved into your the hated color spot? But yeah, welcome to the Orange Club. Hubby was like me and palettes, and for months he was obsessed. No new color I've moved. That's great. Haha, perhaps I've rubbed off on you. All the colors are great. All the colors are great. Gotta love all of the colors. I feel like I have matured. I like all the colors, but my only caveat is context. Like, some colors might not look the best together, but there's always a way to, switch things a bit to make it happen. Orange is my favorite color, but you can't be purple person with orange. Why not? If you're far enough, all people are gonna see is gray. So many colors look amazing with a little bit of orange thrown next to it. Yep, same for neon colors. Just a little neon accent here and there can really make a good difference. And like adding so much character to something. If you're far enough, all people will see is great. Well, I mean, I'm not sure I could go in my studio if everything was orange. I like that my orange things glow between the other stuff. Yeah, I can see that. But you could have all sorts of hues of orange. One of my favorite color to get for stuff is like a sunny yellow. The closest example of the color I have is this very old McDonald's fries bookmark. But I really like this color, and I think it has a lot of it's kind of a happy color. Like, it's really hard to look at this color and be mad. Orange nail polish is super difficult to find as well. Really? Macaroni orange. It all leans toward flesh tone or neon. Huh. What kind of, like, you would like pumpkin orange? There's someone on Instagram that is obsessed with that yellow Crayola. There's something special about the yellow Crayola. I'm kind of liking Parrot Kitty so far. Dandelion yellow or gold yellow. It's gonna be a beautiful yellow because both of those are really pretty hues of yellow. It's been retired and she collects just that particular yellow. That's so specific. I was looking for a nice orange for Halloween, and the one I ordered is super bright and fun online. And Band-Aid, but Band-Aids are like flesh colored, like more of a muted pink. Be right back.
Ça sonne encore?
Ouais. I'm back. Sorry. It was like Trump orange? No! Hey Sam, hi. Welcome. I think Halloween time is a good time of the year to possibly find a good orange nail polish. Thank you. I apologize for having to get up so much. It's always something. Instagram algorithm is odd at best. And I say this as someone who broke the Facebook one back in the days. How did you break it? Oh, I'm sad to see that, Max. I hope you feel better soon. I got chrome effect nails done today, and we are having the blue brown dress argument because I think they're blue and hubby think they're green. Well, if they're chrome, isn't chrome like very, very reflective silver? Or do you get colors of chrome? They used to have an option. They might still have show me fewer posts like this, and I just sat there for a week doing that. Eventually I got to we have no more Whoa! One reload later my feed was just a nicer place. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I am impressed. There used to be one like that on I don't remember which one, maybe Twitter. But yeah, what I used to do, I think, was either on Twitter or Instagram. Every time I would be shown an ad, I would block it. Systematically. Block the account, block the account, block the account. I never got to break it though, sadly. I can see myself in them, but to me it's blue chrome with a bit of purple. Hubby sees green with a bit of turquoise. Whoa. That's not close. But chrome nails, that sounds so cool. It's the only time I've ever had them done, and I'm complaining when they did the dryer. It was like, oh whoa. Ew. Why? What's the reaction that felt like that? That sounds incredibly unpleasant. more or less curing UV resin. And I think he got a bit too happy buffing my nails, so I could actually feel the heat. Ooh, whoa. That must have been very stressful. I'm glad it didn't last more than half a second, because otherwise I think I would have panicked a bit. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, Sam. Look at me, I have a big car that goes vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm doing better. Yay, that's good. I got ice cream. Oh yeah. That's a great idea. I wish I had ice cream. Kitty cats taking their monster drugs to terrorize the dog. The noise. I wish. Did I talk about how Shiro tries to be really impressive and menacing whenever there's a dog that comes by? It's always so funny, because she's a teeny tiny, like, 5-pound cat, and she does like the big rounded back and the the puffy tail. And she's tiny, but she always tries to be super, like, intimidating when there's a dog that walks by. Oh, Bliss. Yep, I agree. she's adorable. She tries so hard. There's only one cat she doesn't like, which is really funny, because we can tell when the cat is around. Because Shiro starts making weird, unhappy cat noises. Like, and we're like, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm big scary cat. Yep, definitely what she thinks. Whenever someone does that in front of me, I always holler, sorry about your reproductive organ. Usually gets a laugh from fellow pedestrians. My go-to is to say really loudly, you suck! But yeah, I prefer yours. I'm from a town where Saturday night we're revving your engine and driving from the Kmart to the Sonic. Ooh. I stayed at home and yeah, that I think I prefer your idea of a good time. I might have to sharpen my mini pencil. Oh crap, my dog just threw up. Oh no! Poor doggo! My cats too did that this morning. This morning was a mess and a half. Sorry. I would have shown it, but you're gonna have to do this over a trash can. Otherwise it makes a huge mess. I gave her ice cream. Oh no! We need to find a groomer for Bear. There is only so much stuff in a tube of Licky Licks, and it would take a dozen to get through. I mean, I think a groomer in general, if a pet needs some grooming, a professional groomer usually is better equipped to deal with anything that can happen. Like I've heard somewhere that it's really difficult to shave cats because their skin is super sensitive, and it's really difficult to not nick it. Like you can really easily like scratch the skin and it will bleed, and yeah, that's not my idea of a good time, to be honest. Does anyone here animate? Oh, I used to a lifetime ago. I was a teenager when the thing to have was a 4-banger Honda with a huge spoiler on the back. My brother and I had an 1981 Chevy Impala with the police interceptor engine. Wow, you guys had a badass car. I always got laughed at. What? Until the light turned green and the engine literally roared. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, I love Chevy Impala. That's what Dean in Supernatural has, right? Baby, the car. That's a Chevy Impala. I try, but he really does not like to be brushed without treats. That's a double-edged sword, because you kind of have to give him treats to be able to brush him, but then he will figure it out and will on purpose ask for more treats, right? Would you get him a lion cut at the groomer? Had one of the 2003 Impalas with the V6 engine. It was amazing to drive. This Impala was from the 90s. All cars were boxes on wheels like yacht. Dude, you cannot have any more box on wheel land yacht than a Oldsmobile. But comfy and would pass anything but a gas station. Dude, Oldsmobile, like... Oh, I can relate. I had a 1980 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme with flame stitch. Whoa. kind of want to try making a little mage cat, but have the mage cat dressed differently than everything I've done before. Because I've done the tunic, I've done the shirt, and I feel like a robe is too close to a tunic. Could have a little feather on it. That's awesome. Our cars always came from the back of a used car lot because Dad is a mechanic and would just buy what was affordable and fix it up long enough to get... Yeah, that's clever. That's really clever. My last truck was literally old enough to buy its own alcohol in the States. But I mean, a truck, so it was a pickup, right? The older pickups are so much nicer than the newer ones. They look better, they're just so much more pleasant than the monsters they have now. My dad was a used car salesman, and you bought this one hoping to sell it as a collector car once it had a few more years on it. Unfortunately, someone ran a red light and broke both its axles. Aww. Hello, Chevy S10. It was a 98 or 99. Great little truck. I think the kitties are back with the monster truck. And it's a big ass pickup. Such a useful car to have in a city like Montreal, am I right? Picked the kids up, did some donuts, ran some red light. Well, someone let the farm kids take their dad's Sunday truck out for a spin. I don't know, but we see so many... It's not as absurd as seeing a modern pickup in any European country. That's a really absurd sight. Because they're so oversized, especially over there. Like, it's just, what the heck. But even here, like, this is an urban area. Usually when you see someone with a big ass pickup truck, it's either because they work in construction or do some sort of landscaping. But still, you could do that with a smaller pickup truck. They just suck. They're so big. My nickname for them is the toddler squishers. Like, sometimes, even, like, I'm not a very tall person, I'm 5 feet tall, but I disappear next to the front and, like, the anyway, the front end of a pickup. hubby really struggles with the fact my cousin could drive at 12. That's circumstantial, right? I mean, it used to be, I think it used to be that people would learn to drive much younger than the legal age for driving. It depends on what you need to do. Like over here, commuting is so easy. School, church, the farm store, a lot, but like in other places in Canada and the US, things are so far apart that you kind of need a car to get to anything. I mean, it's not legal, but yeah, for something like moving cars around a car sale lot, that's not quite the same. Like, you're not on the streets, you're not. And I mean, at 12 now in a pickup, you wouldn't be able to see over the dashboard, I don't think. And then you have like the smaller, either smaller European or even Asian trucks that are so much nicer. And they work just as well, like especially in city settings. Again, going back to the YouTube channel Not Just Bikes, that has really good videos. But he did one recently about fire trucks and how our huge fire trucks in North America are part of the problem on why there is so much street everywhere and the streets are so big. And then he showed examples of other countries like Japan and all that, where they have much smaller trucks that are incredibly easier to maneuver in an urban setting, and they work just as well. It's like, instead of having everything but the kitchen sink on all the trucks, they have more specific trucks for specific situations, which is not a bad idea. My dad had me driving very early, but that started with riding lawnmowers and tractors, things like 3-speed, slow, dead slow, and all stuff. Had to graduate to road gear on a tractor even. Or like ATVs, all-terrain vehicles. I think these are fairly dangerous though, because people do some reckless moves with them and they end up being trapped under them and whatnot, but you see kids on those. Supervised kids, but still. I think we have different sizes fire trucks too. That's clever. Over here we have one size of fire truck and it's absurdly huge. I was amazed at the size of the lorries over in Ireland in particular. They cut the shrubs along the roads to make sure they just fit. Oh no. Our licenses here have a little icon for all the vehicles you can drive. I have a few. Hubby has a collection. Didn't Ozzy Osbourne get hospitalized after he crashed an ATV? Probably. A lot of people crash their ATV because they're not being very careful with them. And the thing is if you crash while doing some bicycling, you're gonna hurt yourself for sure. But if your bike falls on you afterwards, it's not heavy. If you crash and your ATV like topple over and you get stuck underneath an ATV, that's much heavier. And also it uses fuel, so if it catches fire, you're fried, literally. I haven't seen a regular bicycle catch fire yet. My parents had one at the farm and it was so much fun, but the second you took your foot off the gas, it stopped. Full stop right then. Oh no. Oh no. That sounds like a good way to just like go too fast and then topple over. Not topple over, but like you brake and you just get expelled. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I had a childhood friend die in a snowmobile crash. And he was being safe by all reports. Just happened. Oh. Yeah, the snowmobile have another layer of difficulty that sometimes people use them on ice. And you never really know if the ice is fully safe. They also have fuel. And they're also heavy. And snow can slide a whole lot more than... I don't know, gravel. I caused a bad snowmobile accident, but luckily no one was hurt. Where did you get a snowmobile box of paint? Wait a minute. I enjoy being somewhere instantly, but do not like going fast. Yeah, I'm with you there. I really like being able to get some good speed on my bicycle, but you need a track where you are not cycling next to cars in a way. If there are cars too near, I never feel safe enough to go super fast, and you have to stop all the time and all that. But like we have a path nearby that has no car traffic, so that's fun. That like when you get a downhill, you can go fast, and then you can just enjoy the action of bicycling more. I was listening to the stream while grabbing something. Pickup trucks are such a nuisance here because the roads and parking. Yeah, exactly, and they're so absurdly big. Who needs a car that big? That's stupid. It's such a waste of everything. It's a waste of material. It's a waste of fuel. It's a waste of space. It's noisy. It's ugly. They're so ugly. They're so big. And oftentimes they don't even have more bed space than a smaller truck. Like this. I hate them. We have a ride-on floor scrubber at the school. If you get going too quick, it will hydroplane in the hallways. Which is amusing, but thankfully all you have to do is take your foot off the pedal. It's a bit like a Zamboni. Zamboni? You know, the ice machine thing. Except that sometimes Zambonis catch fire. We were 9 and our friend's dad took us out with a wagon attached. There were 6 or 8. Oh, that sounds dangerous already. But where did you find snow? He started going too fast for me. I asked him to stop. He went faster. So I just tucked and rolled out of the back, which caused a major imbalance, and I watched them all go flying as I sat in the snow. Okay, that sounds funny. I know it's not. I know it's kind of a situation, but just the visual of you sitting in the snow and everybody flying, like I'm picturing kind of a scene out of a Calvin and Hobbes book, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, like dude, you live in the canal ring of Amsterdam. You don't need there should be a law against that. You shouldn't be able to import those fugly pickup trucks anywhere outside of North America. They're so bad. They're so... Oh, I hate them so much. I lived in Wyoming. Oh, that's a change from Texas, right? That's like opposite. Exactly, floor Zamboni. I find it funny. I like these big machines that like do something on the floor or the ice or whatever, but they go super slow. And someone is sitting on them, just driving them, but it's so slow. I think I've seen them use those the floor cleaning ones on the subway platform here. I would be nervous though, because I don't think you want a hydroplane on a subway platform. That sounds a bit dangerous, but yeah, I think I've seen them, because in the winter it gets so gross with all the slush and the salt and the mud and everything. My aunt and cousin that's my age moved there and I went with them. I've been everywhere, man. Blah, blah, blah. What? Oh, Johnny Garson. I'm just happy that the floor scrubber has a cup on. I don't know, it sounds like a good time. Quiet, empty school, chilling on the floor scrubber with the podcast in your ear and your cup of drink on the floor scrubber, just chilling. It would not surprise me if the mayor of Amsterdam would implement something against those trucks, but our current national government, I doubt it. They're all about the freedom. Well, freedom to be stupid, I guess. Long story short, at the time, and me and my new stepdad were not besties, and it was easier that oh, yeah. My sister went to uni in Amsterdam, and I don't know how she have. That's a very good question. Have you asked her that? Why did you leave? How? I would love to live in the Netherlands. Yeah. Seems like a place with a really nice quality of like living. Freedom to be stupid is very much the current vibe here. Wasn't that a Weird Al Yankovic song or something? Freedom to be stupid, free to be stupid. Anyway. Small, similar weather, good food and art. Yep. Even the walk behind one is a cup holder. One of my coworkers looked at me like I discovered the wheel when I used it in front of him. Oh, dare to be stupid. All right. That's it. That's it. Did I read that right? Good food. Box. You got good food over there. And I mean, Box is in the UK. Like, definitely an improvement. What? You don't want some boiled meat? I was watching a video of I've mentioned her in the last stream, I think. The lady who does organizing and decluttering videos. And she was helping one of her friends / client declutter, and they were decluttering the kitchen. And as they were decluttering, the person took out a can out of the pantry and was like, "Oh, this I'm keeping more for the joke than anything, because I saw that and I just couldn't, and it's a can of spotted dick." And she was just like, I can't, I don't, like, spotted dick in a can. It's like, and I was like, yeah, that's something. Boiled potatoes is not what I consider the height of a culinary experience. You got good baked goods, though. And, I mean, Yeah, that's it. Plus, I'm in England where the national dish isn't even English. Is it curry? What is it? Have I told you that I grew up in a house where my mom had a whole ass fridge just for milk, butter, and cheese? Potatoes are good. Someone said food. I was trying to find a cookbook. Amsterdam had the best Indonesian, Malaysian restaurants. Ooh. Oh, that sounds yummy. It is curry. That's painful. I mean, curry is delicious, but it's absolutely not English. And its, origin. Can I take a moment to wax ecstatic about how good butter is amazing? And it was husband approved who has spent time in Indonesia. Ooh! What do you remember what you got when you were there? I'm shocked it's not fish and chips. Colonialism. Colonialism. Oh yeah, if you like Indonesian food, then the Netherlands has you covered. I mean, Indonesian food sounds amazing. And stroopwafel. And don't you have kind of a little fried ball of dough that's also amazing? Or am I mixing stuff up? Yeah, exactly. Colonialism. I don't know what they were, but they were super tasty. Oh. Yes, stroopwafels. See, that's that. Yeah, oliebollen, that's it. Is it Dutch? Or is it like German or something? See, that's good stuff. And potatoes are amazing. They might not be like much to write home about, but everybody's happy to eat potatoes. I have yet to find someone who doesn't like potatoes. Every time we go, I buy out the supermarket of these little cheese waffles. Is it kind of a stroopwafel but with cheese? Man, I'm gonna have to do a spur of looking at photos to get ideas because I'm really not getting anywhere. I think the countries surrounding the Netherlands have something similar to, like their own version. Well, I think it's part of those food that every culture and or country has a variant of. Stuff like dumplings, like a pocket of dough filled with something. You get that like in all places. You get stuffed pasta in Italy, you get dumplings all over Asia, pierogies, pelmeni, like momos. Like you can find dough covering stuff almost everywhere, and I feel like every place also has fried dough something, whether it's donuts, oliebollen, like just dough fried, and then you eat, and then you're happy. A cat's cooking book, that would be really fun. Oh, Paolo. You're onto something. The only reason I don't love potatoes is that I've been eating boiled potatoes my whole life most days of the week. I would love to try a potato that isn't boiled or fried. Well, wait, hold on. You kind of have to boil or fry it first. But like boiled potatoes, you can make potato salad. You can make puree with boiled potatoes. Like raw potatoes are gross. Though fried and then you eat and then you're happy needs to be a sticker. Well, I'm right. Whether it's It's salty or savory, like fried dough. People happy. Gnocchi. Oh, gnocchi. They're so easy to do and they're so delicious. I'm hungry. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. We have a recipe here for potato donuts. And you can also make like I don't know what's it called, but it's like a sweet. That's the base is you kind of make a dough from a plain boiled piece of potato and icing sugar, and you mix them together until they form a dough. Like it's gonna get more liquid first, and then it's gonna become more thick. The more icing sugar you add, and then you lay that flat. And the traditional recipe is a layer of peanut butter, and then you roll it up, and then you make slices. So it's like a kind of a spiral thing that has the potato and sugar dough and the peanut butter, and it's kind of bad and amazing at the same time. But yeah, that's good. And potato donuts, where it's basically a recipe of donuts where you put some like boiled potato puree in there, and they're amazing. Fried potatoes, that's like roasted potato or French fries. We bake gnocchi until they are crispy outside and ooh! Do you bake them like in the oven for that? You can't put them in a fryer. There's a video of a dude trying to deep fry gnocchi, and it's a great video, but it doesn't turn out well. Since I've learned how to make gnocchi, I feel so robbed. It's such a basic recipe, isn't it? Like flour, potato, salt. That's it. And then you shape them up and you boil them. You can also make pierogies with potatoes, like the stuffing in dumplings. Potato and bacon, potato and cheese and bacon. A restaurant makes fresh gnocchi filled with mozzarella. Ooh. Guess the ones you buy are really, really, really bad. Depends. I can get some that are like made by a small Italian place nearby. They're quite good, but yeah. Gnocchis are not that difficult to make. You can pan fry them, yeah. I always talk about food. Dauphinois potatoes are a trap. You can bake them for a week and they're never good. How so? Also samosas, that's true. Patatas bravas, croquettes. Des croquettes. Poutine! You can make poutine with potatoes, okay? Yeah! Tu dois arrêter les machines? Okay. Cookie sheet, gnocchi, sprinkle some salt and pepper and parmesan. Oh, I'm excited for the cooler weather and also getting a new oven. Like the itch is coming back to me to bake stuff. Like I make the grocery list and I always have to keep in mind that, oh yeah, you can't bake anything because your oven is busted, but soon. Poutine. Potato salads, what I like of potato salads is it's very, very versatile. Like, as long as you have pre-cooked boiled potatoes, you can have it with like mayo, like a bit like people do chicken salad, which is not personally my favorite because people put celery in there and it's yucky. But you can have like mayo and, I don't know, green onions and celery and seasonings. But also, one of my favorite potato salad to do is to dump in a lot of curry spices and to mix it up. Like, if it's a bit too dry, you can mash a few potato pieces to make kind of a puree with the spices. And then you mix all the potatoes in there. And it's really good. What are the plans for the new oven? To get a new oven when it's not 30 degrees outside. That's basically it. We have to like pull the one we have, clean up the oven, clean up the space for the oven, and then when they're gonna deliver the new oven, they're gonna leave with the old one. So yeah, eventually, like in a month or so, we're gonna see about ordering a new oven. I'm also very partial to shepherd's cottage pie. We spoke in length about shepherd's pie, cottage pie last week. And for me, not favorably. I hate those. I hate that stupid pie. It's not even a pie. It's just layered stuff that you could also eat not layered. And it would be better. If you want to mix it up, you take your plate, you take your fork, and you go. You don't need to layer it up and cook it again in the oven. That's stupid. Baby food, yeah. Stupid baby. I don't like, as much as I like stuff like fudge and icing and like creamy, doughy, soft stuff when it's sweet, I'm not big on purees. My soups will often lean towards purees, but like, why have mashed potatoes when you can have boiled potatoes? What's the appeal? Mashed potatoes are stupid. Unless you have a problem eating, that's fine. I mean, let's say you don't have any issue with the texture of food. Why eat mashed potatoes when you can have boiled potatoes? It's the same, but better. Puree has a lot of butter and cream, but no, that's no. No, and you can put butter on boiled potatoes. That's fine. That's yummy. Only if it's good butter. Hubby and I both, with once a year, think we really want dauphinoise. And then we buy one, make it, potatoes are still raw. Bake another half hour. Ugh. It's apple pie season every weekend here. Not me, but the husband. Would you eat it if it... Like, why not for you, Otto? But then suddenly they are garlicky. They go from raw to overcooked in a span of 5 minutes. Sudden craving for apple pie and a couple slices of apple pie. Oh. Too long baby food. Yeah, exactly. We buy a pre-made one from the fancy store. Everything else works great. The dauphinoise never are. Huh, that's so weird. Dauphinoise, that's sliced potatoes in like a dish with, I don't know, cream and stuff. And cheese, right? It rumbles outside and Dante needed... Aww. Poor Dante. Poor little guy. Puree and the mashed potatoes. Well, I mean, mashed potatoes are possibly better because they're not baby food. You can't mix things with a boiled potato without destroying it. Yeah, but there's still a difference. It's gonna be like round around the edges, but it shouldn't, unless some potatoes, like there's various types of potatoes. Some potatoes, if they're boiled and you look at them wrong, they're gonna become puree. But some will hold their shape a bit better, and those usually make the best potato salads. Oh, I don't eat the apple pie because one, I don't want to take it away from husband and to try. Okay. Okay, I thought there was like a really like a bummer reason, like, oh, I'm allergic to cinnamon or something, and I would have been so sad for you. But if it's something you could eat but choose not to, that's fine. You know what I mean? Oh, poor little doggo. Mashed potato is just puree for the lazy. Yeah, but if you're gonna, why not just eat it boiled? Boiled is amazing. You can put all your seasoning on top and it's even better. So you don't eat aligo. What is that? Like, it makes the husband super happy like a child when he eats the apple pie. I can't take that. You need to buy 2 pies. One for you, one for him. Hubby's favorite part of a baked potato is the skin. But if there's this skin in the mash, oh no. Oh, baked potato skin is amazing. Like, if I can get potatoes that the skin is still nice enough to be eaten, those make really yummy roasted potatoes. I buy potatoes that are in the middle between falling apart and staying firm. Which are the best? It really depends. We have foods that we will not steal from the other person because it would just make the person so sad. Yeah, but what if you want to eat some apple pie too? Hypothetically. You're allowed to eat it too, you know? Oh, 35 Celsius. Ugh. That's depressing. I bought a frozen cinnamon roll cheesecake. What? Chai tea and cheesecake party. Ooh. It's only 14.12. Oh man. Fall needs to show up really quickly. So yeah, Paulo, what's aligo or aligot or however you say that? We have food that we share and food we buy for our own treats. I do not cross the line. Someone else's does often. It is a puree made with a lot of butter and cheese. Yeah, I know. I mean, I could tolerate the butter, but the cheese would not be fun. It has a lot of butter. Like 50%. It's like a croissant but with potato instead. I don't think we have any clear off-limits foods. But there's a boundary of like, if let's say we buy 2 types of cookies and Mr. E has his cookies and I have my cookies, and me being me, I finish my cookies right away because well, I won't steal any of his cookies. Those are his cookies, but if he decides to be generous and offer me one, I will take it. You know what I mean? But yeah, otherwise we don't really have any kind of really particular foods. Oftentimes it will be about getting something and splitting it in half so everybody has half. It has to be fair, okay? I grew up with a younger brother. You cannot split this anywhere but in the middle. Time husband realized he ate the last of my favorite chocolate just before PMS set in. Ooh. See, that's a thing that, like, there would be your stash of it and my stash of it, and if my stash is empty and yours is not, still empty, still, like, I'll have to do without. Too bad. Good luck, husband. That's husband like going to get the next best chocolate right now. Hubby is a very much a do you want to split this drink? Oh sorry, my half was on the bottom. Wait, what does that mean? Dark Tunux, he's a no-go. Milk Tunux, and I have to hide him. Root beer is always safe. Root beer is such an odd taste, isn't it? Like, it's wintergreen and it's brown. Like, you kind of don't expect that taste to come from root beer. Am I right? Or am I mixing root beer with something else? If you have a whole bottle of drink to spill and your half is on the bottom, then you have to drink it. Oh. Oh, that's not right. That's mean. Now, see, we're the kind that if we split a bottle of drink, we'll take out the measuring cup. We have some foods we split. It's just for the sake of, like, it's easier. It's not like this anger that we have to split it exactly in half, but it's like being annoyed at winging it. Like, if I want to split it in half, well, I'm gonna split it in half regardless of the way I have to split it in half. Like, half is in the middle. In the middle is exactly this amount of milliliters. So how do you guess what amount of milliliter it is? Well, you have to take up the measuring cup, you know. Does that make sense? I don't think it does, but I think there's a difference between this weird obsession of trying to get the middle right for the sake of it being the middle, rather than splitting it exactly in the middle because someone will get mad if it's not. Canadian ginger ale, do not even try to drink mine. I will only share ginger ale if you are sick to your stomach. I'm sorry, Box, I will not. I don't think I've ever had Canadian ginger ale in like 30 years. I need to try it. It's gotta be good. Now that I can tolerate like fizzy stuff better. Otto is gonna throw stones at me. Well, it used to be I couldn't eat fizzy stuff, you know? And now I can eat fizzy stuff, but it's basically just drinking sugar, so I try to be careful with the fizzy stuff that I drink. Throw stones. And I mean, Fanta is there too. Fanta is delicious. It's funny, we have two fake orange flavored drinks. You have Orange Crush and you have Fanta. And Orange Crush is... Orangina? Yeah, but Orangina is made with actual oranges in it. It has pulp and everything. Non, c'est ça. Il y a toujours un genre de dépôt dans le fond des bouteilles d'Orangina que je trouvais que ça avait l'air de du...
C'est trop longtemps.
T'as-tu vu des bouteilles d'Orangina récemment?
Non, faudrait que t'en prennes au métro.
Je sais pas si j'en ai vu. Guillaume guest appearance. Yep. Okay, I said fake orange. I don't think Orangina is fully fake. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But Orange Crush is gross and Fanta is delicious. Okay, I say gross. I would drink it anyway, but you know. Do you know what I would give? Oh, I know. I would send you some if I could, but it's definitely not gonna survive. My niece only drinks still drinks, and I told her she should get one of those nail polish mixing machines to shake all of her soda. It's gonna explode. I'm so glad there is a Canada Dry Zero now. The diet was decent, but the zero... it's good. Oh, if it's good, I'm gonna try it. Orangina is so good. I haven't had any... horror films and horror movies and horror everything is really new to me as something that I'm able to do. And then fizzy stuff too. I used to be really unable to drink fizzy stuff. It would just hurt. I don't know why, but I would try to sip it like really slowly and make it flat, but it would still hurt. Now I can drink it and mostly fine. Love the Orangina, but it's so sugary. Yeah, I usually can spare it in some. Yeah, that's something you have to watch out for that, right? Otto et Yo te disent bonjour.
Coucou.
Mr. E says hi. Fanta is my going out drink. Oh, Fanta is so good. And then you have like Japanese Fanta, which is mind-blowing amazing. The pineapple Fanta is also really good. Since 1936, wow, Orangina brings you a unique flavor of the Mediterranean through its authentic taste of oranges with real fruit pulp and its natural orange zest. Orangina is one of those drinks that burns your nose. But in a good way. Oh my god, there is blood orange. Oh, that's gotta be good. I know we get San Pellegrino really easily here. and there's all kinds of flavors of San Pellegrino, like lemon, orange, blood orange, grapefruit, citruses, you know. Pineapple Fanta floats. So basically, you dunk ice cream in your. That's like ruining a good Fanta. sorry. Great Fanta. Otto, I need to have a talk with you, a serious talk. So, we got grape flavored high chews. What the No. Otto, I'm sorry, but no. You can have all of the grape high chews that you want. They're painful. They're high chews. High chew. Not achu. High chew. It's a chewy Japanese candy. But the grape ones are no. I haven't had grape Fanta, but I'm dubious. And then also, I was saying to Mr. E how we wouldn't fight over apples because you prefer like softer, sugary apples, and he was like, I'm unimpressed. That's 2 strikes against Otto. as a joke, of course. Alright, I'll have to try grape Fanta if I see it. But the green apple haichu, mango haichu is amazing too. Like, we couldn't find haichus for a bit, and we got Starbursts instead. And the conclusion of that experiment is that Starbursts are disgusting.
Ah.
They're gross. Comparé à des haichus sont dégueu là.
C'est juste ordinaire, c'est un bon bol.
Okay, so Mr. E is a lot more moderate than I am. He says it's just a candy. It's very like mid. Haichu is definitely the best of the chewy candies. I don't like the grape Fanta that comes in the can here. Only the one you get from the drink machine. Huh. I wonder why. Got some Japanese golden grape Fantas at our oddly stocked Oh, that sounds good though. That's kind of why I was surprised about the grape haichus, because I've had other Japanese grape candies and they were good. Like some gummies that were like various types of grapes, and they were really, really good. But the haichu was really disappointing. It felt like it reminds me, okay, this is a very specific memory, but it reminds me of the weird grape scented balls that you can buy in gas stations in the summer. Like they will have a big like grid box thing on the outside, and there's like plastic balls that you can buy, like big balls and big balls. Okay, and they're scented, and some are orange scented, some are cherry scented, and some are grape scented, whatever that means. And the grape scented ones, they smell exactly like what the grape haichu tastes like. That was a complex story. 2 strikes, that's fine, because I'm sure I've heard plenty of thumbs. Oh yeah, definitely. Which is so funny. No, it's a, you know, a ball you play with. We call it a ballon in French. Like you're a kid and you have legs and feet, and then you have a ball and you can throw it and kick it and just like have fun. The orange one would be orange with the drawing of an orange on it, and the red ones, same idea, and the grape ones would be like purple and like have a kind of a grape mascot with eyes on it. Like, oh, hey, I'm a grape ball. Holy. Yeah, and scented. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen Frutella, but I haven't tried it. Is it good? I've sent the balls to play with. That's such a funny sentence. I found giant Skittles. Are they a bit like Mentos? They've got to be like Mentos a bit, right? Geez, we better not tell Otto about this scented strawberry shortcake dolls. Ellen, do you remember the Miss Muffins dolls that were also scented like vanilla and whatever something? So the Miss Muffins dolls, they would be like, okay, so you had the doll, that was a doll, and its hat was basically like icing like a cupcake or a muffin top of some sort. And then you had the doll, she had the torso, she had little arms. Hi, I'm a doll. And then she had a big poofy skirt. And under the big poofy skirt was kind of a flexible rubber structure shaped like a muffin liner. And what you could do is you could flip the muffin around so that it would be like that and hide the doll, and the doll would become a muffin. So the doll would be like a muffin. And then you could get the doll back by flipping the skirt back out. And there were all kinds of Miss Muffin dolls. And yeah. And these were scented like vanilla and orange and whatever cupcake. So all our plastic toys had a smell. Yeah, they had a smell to them, but some were scented extra. I was envious that my friends had strawberry shortcake dolls. Aw. I had the, what's her name? A Rainbow Bride doll. Was that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Strawberry shortcake was the character. The dolls they made were scented. My sister-in-law apparently found hers in the attic years later. They'd all been stored together. The scent smelled it. Oh no! That was a reality crisis. They wanted to give all of us sensitivities, like issues with smelling stuff as we would get older. This is as bad as the time when you told me bunnies had no Toby. Oh, scratch and sniff stickers. Why? Obsessed with Punky Brewster's Rainbow Bright Strawberry Shortcake. Who would have known? Who would? Punky Brewster. I need to check that out. The scratch and sniff stickers were really funny because they would A, almost all smell the same, and B, it was such a nondescript smell. She-Ra rules them all. Like I said, when I was a kid, my best friend had the She-Ra doll and horse. And that was impressive. Scented letter paper. Yeah. Ugh. Didn't smell good. It smelled like talcum powder and old woman perfume. Oh no, Otto. I had them. They were my absolute favorite toys for a long time. Yeah. I played a lot with Lion King toys. And no one was surprised. But yeah. Otherwise, I had a few Barbies. It's weird because I think the toys were more often something given to my brother. Though I had quite a few My Little Ponies and I had the Pony Castle. Hubby had the Crystal Palace, I had Grayskull. I remember Polly Pocket toys too. I had Barbie, but that's because I had them more for the Barbie horses. Yeah, I had a lot of hand-me-down Barbies that were really weird and broken. And then I got like 3 brand new Barbies, I think, and I remember them, so. The Pony Castle, that was my dream as a child. It was really cool, I gotta say. That Pony Castle was a lot of fun. And I think that, is it me or the older My Little Ponies were kind of cuter than the newer ones? I had a tiny pony Polly Pocket one. Ooh. I still have it. I still have all of my Lion King toys because I have a kind of Polly Pocket Lion King one. It's Pride Rock, and you open it, and then you have teeny tiny lions and bits that move and all that. The older ponies look very different. They have a different vibe. Yeah, it's I mean, they've obviously aged, but I feel like they're a bit more ageless than the newer design. I kind of feel like the newer design will get old faster, but that's maybe just me being old. They've reissued a lot of the Generation 1 My Little Ponies, by the way. I had to buy myself a Minty. It's on the shelf where it belongs. Alright. I'm gonna have to end the stream because my voice is begging me. I'm glad that my nieces and nephew are now having babies because it's so much easier to buy fun stuff for kids. That's a very good point. I have 2 nieces. And well, my brother has said, like, please don't get them gifts. They have so many toys already. But yeah, I mean, it feels different. Like, I feel like when we were kids, a toy was like, here, have this stick and a brick. Have fun. You know, I painted a face on the brick. Now it's a toy, and yeah, now it's a bit different, to say the least. Yeah, books. We offer a lot of books to nieces and nephews. First of all, there's always a beautiful, gorgeous book somewhere, and then they usually appreciate it. So win-win. If they didn't appreciate books, but yeah, my niece is too young to read yet. But yeah, I always ask my brother like, "Hey, what do you think she would like?" One of my good safe bet is also t-shirts. Like you get a fun t-shirt that's just a size like too big, so the kid will be able to wear it for a while. Like you can get it on threadless, or you know. My niece loves cats, so oh no, I have to find a cute cat t-shirt. Oh no. All right. Anyway, that was a ramble. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today. I always appreciate the live streams and the chats and talking with you guys, and it's really fun. And I should be able to stream next week, same time, same place. If anything, I will post about it on the Discord server, and yep, that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have great weather next week. Fingers crossed, great weather for everybody. And see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.